Yeah.
You're good. There you go. Yay!
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the adventures of Liz and Rebecca, the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
I'm Rebecca. I am the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
And I'm trying to we filmed the side-by-side show QVC VSC yesterday. And I got used to seeing my mirror image again, and now I'm not mirror imaging, and it's weird.
Yeah. So weird.
So, yes, I'm gonna...
With technical difficulties.
I'm gonna stumble through this. Hopefully no technical difficulties today, but we'll find out. So, what you wearing, Liz?
And my new Sun Dragon Art and Fiber t-shirt.
So am I. We got matching color. Look. Ooh.
It's one of the only times you'll ever see me in a t-shirt.
Wow. Yeah, just to show it off, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, weird. That's so weird. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind, people. If you see me twitch, it's because I can't. I'm too distracted by what I'm seeing on the screen, which means I should look more at the camera. Hello. So these are from Big Frog T-shirts in Asheville, custom T-shirts. They are running a promotion where they're printing to order T-shirts with logos of local businesses throughout Western North Carolina. The shirts are $20, and the businesses don't have to put any money up front, which is nice, but we get $10 back for every shirt that's ordered. So, I mentioned they're 20, right?
Yeah.
My brain can't get so please consider ordering a Sun Dragon shirt. I love this one enough that I think I'm going to get one in every color that they offer. We are wearing the light blue. I'm like, I can have a wardrobe for the shop now, because anyone who knows me knows I kind of wear t-shirts a lot.
Kind of. A lot.
A lot. And then I could have one in every color, and I could be advertising my business every day, except for when I wear all the shirts I'm hoping to knit moving forward. So, they come in, I think, extra small through 3X. They have a sizing link on their page. I will put it in the comments, the description below, how you can link to this. I can show off some that I have ordered for my family. So, again, we're wearing the light blue. And if you look, the dragon, our logo will take the color of the background just a little bit, because there's a lot of white in our logo. So we have a blue-yellow dragon. This is...
The white one!
This is the white one. This is Brian's. It's a medium. It could have fit very snugly on me. I got a large, and I have washed mine. I decided to sanitize it before I wore it today, so I washed it. I will say they shrank up. Oop, there's my booty, sitting on my booty. It shrank a hair, not a lot. I still feel very comfortable in this, but it's not quite as roomy as when I bought it. So factor that into your measurements. Medium, in white. Again, logo is wonderful in white. I just, as a lady who wears a bra because of the girls, sometimes that shows through white, but I'm probably still gonna get a white. And they also have gray. It's a very light gray. This is Alexander's. This is a small. He's gonna grow into it. It's a very light gray. It's that reverse thing. I cannot control how I'm moving right now. There's also a light green and a natural, which is more like a kind of a crude cream color. Eventually I'm going to have all of them, and you will see them all on this show because I'll wear them all at some point. So please consider supporting us.
I'm only getting the one because, it'll be an at-home shirt.
It's an at-home shirt for her, yeah. Please consider supporting us and getting a shirt and showing your love for Sun Dragon. Yay! They do curbside pickup if you're local, and they will ship if you want it shipped. So, I got to figure out where they are yesterday when I went to pick them up. They're only about half an hour from here. They are in, now I'm going to blank again on the town. Arden. I'm like, the A town below Asheville. Arden. Straight shot from here, go on 280, go over over the highway, and take a left. They're right in there. There's a little plaza back in there. I used my Google Maps to navigate me to where they were, and it worked. So anyway, I've ordered a bunch more. I'm so excited. Look, it's our logo. Yay. So yeah, and these are it's printed right onto the shirt. Like it feels like it's part of the shirt. It's not like a peel off whatever. I have some of those, but not with my shirt, my store logo. This is gonna stay. Yay.
Yeah.
Very exciting. So that's our big news today.
Yeah.
We were, before we turned on the camera, we're like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
We're just gonna sit here and gab with you guys for a little bit.
I got not much knitting done. I did make a dress, but because shirts came in, I had to wear a shirt.
You'll see the dress maybe next week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I dyed
It's pretty.
some fabric this week.
Now the dress you came in run on whatever in when you entered the store, you were wearing a very bright purple dress.
It's blue with like
I've
really
already forgotten.
blue spots. It looks
And
like
that's-
raindrops.
That's
like,
not one of the ones you dyed though, right?
No.
No.
No, those I'll make this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. She's dyed, but she hasn't made them into dresses. It was pretty.
It took way longer to actually, like, now I have a whole new respect for yarn dyers because I dyed fabric in my sink with just Rit dye.
Oh.
Like, it was not, super big, busy, whatever. But, like, it takes way longer. And then stir for 20 minutes. And for emerald, oh my gosh, I can only imagine how long that takes.
Speaking of dyeing, and not emerald, but Yarn Baby. We talked to Yarn Baby,
Yes.
and she is shipping out yarn for us today.
Ooh.
I wrote her a check, which is the other thing. If you see the post lady go by, I actually have mail from her today.
Okay.
Woo. So usually when life is normal, we get her Yarn Baby's packages pretty quickly. I have no idea. I'm hoping sometime next week we can show off the yummy Yarn Baby yarn.
I want to say we've mentioned it before, but
Yeah.
we met over a box of yarn, baby.
That's right. That's right. Over there, I didn't even have power in my shop yet, I don't think. And she got to see the first Yarn Baby unboxing. We're getting new, the Dark Side of the Moon is back in the pit of despair, so I can't show it off. But we're getting a new batch of Dark Side of the Moon, which is her yarn that is 75% black around the band, and then this pop of fluorescent colors. I don't know if it'll be as dark black in some of the pictures I was seeing as early batches. That's the thing with hand-dyed yarn. It's different every time.
Every time.
But it's been really popular in the shop, so we're getting like 10 skeins of that. And then some other variants of that with other dark colors and pops. But that's limited quantity because it's what she had left. We wanted to just test it. Yarn Baby is this stuff right here. These yarns, if I move my head.
There's a couple more around the corner.
There's a couple, in a different weight, right?
Yeah.
These are hers. She's really got pretty stuff. She's out in Colorado. I think I connected with her because we were both runners, right when I was opening up the shop. We were exercise-aholics and also into knitting and yarn. And since then, I'm no longer an exercise-aholic. Mostly from breaking my leg, doing a Tough Mudder, and opening a yarn shop and having that consume my life. Sorry, neither here nor there, but if anyone's downtown, I got distracted because Wolf Brew has a sign up.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Wolf Brew is a local beer place that is going into our old location. That's going to be fun when we can all actually congregate. But it looks like they put a little hangy sign up where our sign used to be.
Oh.
Reusing actually, I don't think they used our holes, but they used the same spot. Anyway, I'm going to squirrel.
We're kind of squirrely today. Like, the holes behind me.
Yeah, we were like, let's talk about that. Did anyone notice that? Wait, it's gonna there.
There
There it is. I can't.
Camera
it's not
is
moving.
weird.
I can't use my image to. Yeah, no. There are holes on the pretty wall. Oh no, Liz, what are we gonna do? We figured someone was gonna notice that and mention it.
So
We'll bring it up.
Tuesday, I started rearranging yarn.
And today's
Thursday.
I can't tell what day it is.
Yeah, off and on all day Tuesday, I started rearranging yarn because we keep getting more.
Yeah, I have some Plymouth yarn coming in next week.
And so, is it the Nettle Grove? Or no, what is the Plymouth yarn coming in next week?
We'll find out next week.
Oh, goody!
It's stuff I ordered in the fall, because like when yarn reps come, here's some deep dirty secrets on. Well, not really. When yarn reps come visit and say, "Hey, buy yarn! Yay! Look at all the pretties." They're usually coming about a season ahead. So fall and spring are more the seasons, kind of, for yarn. And so they'll come in the fall and say, hey, you should start thinking about what you want in the spring. And then the world fell apart, and we had to kind of put off some stuff. And now I've got yarn reps saying, hey, let's do some Zoom sessions and talk about fall. And I'm like, So, yeah.
Yeah.
So Plymouth called and said, hey, the yarn that you ordered in the fall, you want to maybe get it? And I'd already put it off for a month because I was trying to figure out life. And life is still insane. So I said, sure, why not? Let's have some new yarn. Because then we'll show it to you guys. And we'll put it on the website. And maybe you'll want to buy pretties. And maybe we'll get to play with pretties.
Oh.
But I don't remember. Somewhere I have a file with names of yarn. And then we can look up and see what they are.
Could be the stack of paperwork on the phone cabinet.
Maybe. Some of that's yarn that's come in. No, when I'm on top of things, it would be in the Plymouth file.
Yeah.
Life has not let me be on top of things as much as I would want lately. So yeah.
No.
But or we could just be surprised and go, oh yeah, that's what I ordered, because that's what I did with the Knitting Fever order that just came in with the stuff I'm knitting with right now.
Generally, it's hey Liz, we got a box. Well,
Hey,
what's
we
in
got-
the box?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We actually have some boxes over by the front door that came yesterday, but I'm pretty sure they aren't new. They're reorders, like Knitting Fever. It's actually the Knitting Fever that came in is probably refills on Cairns, that lovely cotton for this that I'm actually getting some yarn ready for Candy. Shout out to Candy. I think she chose curbside pickup for her Cairns. I think she's gonna make a bag just like mine, same colors. Yay! And the Heart's Reef that you're making
my Papillon.
a Papillon out of. We had that all bought up, so we'll have more of it in.
Like over half of it. So.
Yeah, and then someone bought the other half for a bolero she's gonna make. So yeah, we'll be surprised. Maybe we'll unbox it on camera. Go, oh my gosh, that's right. We got, yeah. Anyway.
Many unicorns died so that we could have cool yarn.
Yeah. Or at least gave their fur.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about them sacrificing their lives, but but hey, if you don't clean anymore or reorganize anymore, maybe we have holes to put them in if it's the right weight.
That's the problem. Is if it's the wrong weight, that hole's got to travel.
It's like one of those giant tile games with the numbers.
Yeah,
Boop, boop, boop,
it's
boop,
exactly like
poop.
that.
Boop, 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 boop,
So-
boop. Poop.
Because we got the new Daydream Dye Works on the spinning rack, which if you turn it one that way, we got the new
This way?
This way. We got the new Daydream Dye Works, which meant I had to move everything that was in its spot. And then we got these new yummies.
And some things were hiding on the wall and some things weren't, and now I don't know.
And then, if I'm putting cottons over here, I might as well start moving cottons. So
Like,
now,
I feel like when we shut down to the public, you were thinking, okay, let's start organizing this more like a warehouse where we can find things and do stuff. But we're still filming, so it's nice to have pretties. And pretties, originally these twisty units were to pull the prettiest pretties off the pretty wall behind us and put them on the twisties for people to look at. And now we're kind of in the middle. I don't know. I'm trusting Liz to do magic.
I'm trying to kind of keep it to where we can still find stuff, but have it to where whenever we open up, because it's going to take weeks for me to get everything back to normal.
I think it's going to be a really long time. I don't mean to make anyone sad, but I think it's going to be a really long time before people are in the shop anyway.
Well, it's going to take a really long time for me to get everything
and
back.
It could be like everyone's healthy, but we just can't let you in here because it's a hot mess.
It's such a hot mess.
Yeah.
So because after I do the pretty well with all the yarn that you've gotten, then I have to go and redo all the bins because I have a hot mess going on in those. And
I was trying to stay on top of cleaning the bins and organizing the bins, and it's either sell yarn to people or organize the bins.
I'm not worried about that so much. It's just eventually everything has to have its great, shift, and because there's more yarn coming, that requires more. At some point, I'm probably just going to bring in the fitted sheet and just start throwing Encore back in that, like we did when the move.
But we don't have room to drag fitted sheets around the shop anymore.
No. The pool of yarn is just going to live in front of the Encore wall.
We're going to swim through it and find yarn for people. Woo! Okay. Ooh. I do want to share. So the Venetzia Shawl, I made some progress. And it probably just looks like a weird little triangle dippy thing from over there. Let me try to show you the top part. Oh, look at that. Yes. This is Joji Locatelli's Venetzia Shawl. I believe it's a new publication from her. It's really cute. So it starts at the bottom with just a little bit of lace in the center there. And I will say this variegated kind of distracts from seeing the full pattern of what's happening, but I wanted to play with the new cotton that is variegated. And you can see, when I pull it back like this, Liz, you can see the pooling that's happening, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Sometimes pooling is like, ew. And sometimes it's like,
Also, like we were talking about during knit night, that's going to be a fun shawl to wear, even though it's got the lace and it's fancy and everything. Mm-hmm. The colors that you chose are going to make it like... Well, anyway, the colors that were chosen is going to make it a fun shawl to wear regardless of occasion. Yeah. But if you had done it like in a solid, it was going to formal it up.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of different things you can do with variegated or tonal or solid. By the way, we should be getting some beautiful tonals from Fiber Spates in end of this week, beginning of next. I bet it won't get until next week, but this would look gorgeous in a Fiber Spates.
Oh my god.
Since I'm making this in the Huasco Coton, I'm not sure how much it's going to sing and open up when it's blocked. It might just kind of settle back in. Cotton sometimes takes blocking, sometimes doesn't. But here's the cool thing about it. So, lace panels on the sides. Lace. These ridges in the center are made with purl channels and then knitting through the back loop or purling through the back loop, depending on what side you're on, to make it more of a real accentuated ridge. You might be able to see it's slowly getting bigger. About every 4 rows or so, I'm adding in 2 stitches on either side of the insides of these markers. Like the outsides are set, where my hands are absolutely set in place. Inside, between my fingers, is growing bigger every 4 stitches. And at this point, I am repeating this lace pattern on the edges. And I'm gonna go, it says just go until you're about halfway through your yarn, which is where having the drug dealer scales, which really are just kitchen scales from Walmart, come in handy. I'm gonna have to start weighing this when I think I'm getting close. And when I'm about halfway, I'm gonna start reading the instructions for decreasing. So this is gonna get wider.
Read them now?
Yeah. Okay. So if I take out my Trapper Keeper, and I have my Trapper Keeper set up. I've got one pattern inside that's just loose because I need to reprint half of it. I'm not really using this thing to keep track of where I am in the pattern, but I've got it open to the page with the chart, so I can follow that chart. But I'm gonna, to remind you what this hopefully will look like. Oh, and by the way, this page with the chart also has it written out in words right here. So if you're not a chart person, you can follow the words instead of the chart. But this is the idea. It should get super wide. Not super wide, but you know, wider enough to be a nice wraparound or a really cool, not too bulky scarf way I like to wear them as scarves. Hohi, I think, likes to wear them as the wraparound. Delicate. I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be fun. So I'm trying to alternate between getting a little bit of this done, and when I get a little bit tired of the pattern and the repetitiveness of it,
it'll be time to decrease.
No, it'll be time to do another pattern because I'm going to get tired of it before it decreases. That's why I like to have more than one project going at a time. We've had this discussion on multiples of these, I think. Some people are only one project at a time, and then it gets done, and that's awesome. I like to have several things going at once, because I'm kind of like Squirrel, and also because, I can go back and forth. So, like, this has something I have to think about, although I'm doing it enough that I don't have to think about it as much anymore. This, the Anchor Summer shirt that I'm making, boop, I've only gotten this far on. It's from the top down. It's in the yarn we talked about yesterday. You can see all the tweeties. I've only gotten through the first increase. This is going to be knit one, purl one for 10 rows. And then 2 rows of increasing and setting it in place. And then do it again. And then increasing to bring the yoke out. So I didn't get as far as I wanted to on this because, I was tired and I actually chose to sleep last night. What was I thinking?
That's just crazy talk right there.
But these are the only 2 things, even though there's probably about 4 or 5 more things in my project bag down there that I've tried to work on. But this is feeling wonderful and yummy, and I'm really excited by it. But this is more of a monotonous knit than this one is. But I can go back and forth and take turns. So the only knitting on one project I've done recently was this guy, which I'm going to live in.
She's going to wear it all day.
Mm-hmm.
But she couldn't wear it now because your shirt's on. Well,
I could. This is why I like cardigans. I can do this right now for the rest of this video. But, yeah. It's also kind of warm outside. Or warm in here. I think I turned up when I was here by myself.
You might have turned
I might have bumped up the heat a little bit. I can bump it back down.
It does kind of feel warm.
Now that I have this, I can bump it back down again to make it more appropriate for
I don't know. It's going to take another week to finish this.
To finish what you're working on?
Yeah, I'm on row 24.
And there's only 30 before the end pods and stuff.
Before the end pods and the moth ending.
Oh, the moth ending. Never mind. That's going to take like a week.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful. But sometimes, you get what you put into it. So,
yeah, it's just, I'm finally at the long. Like, I have so many Papillons going. They're all short. Like, I can do super fast.
Vamp.
Oh, you're going to weigh it?
Vamp, I'm going to go weigh this. Because Shelly asked us about, and we still haven't.
The weighing.
Yeah.
So, let me get
Vamp.
this. Let me get it locked in, and everybody can see how the different yarns do different pods. Or bubbles, because it's kind of cool looking at, like, I have a lot of just randomly variegated yarn in here, but then I have the tonal just, it looks really cool. This one, though, was done where it's like 3/4 of the ball band is the teal, and then just 1/4 of the ball band is what? Put it up there.
Just so people can see a little closer.
Oh, yeah.
That's
but
good.
the teal blue, it looks like my stitches are white, but there's white in the ball, so it looks like waves.
It's really cool.
In the pods. I like it. So, 57 grams.
57 grams, which means just a hair over 1/4 of this.
Yeah.
So I used to give it the length I wanted. Because I made it longer than the pattern called for. The pattern wanted it to be like here.
Yeah.
Which is like right where my pants are when I really do the mom pant thing, the mom waist thing. And I wanted to cover my rump a little bit and all that good stuff. It took 3 3/4, whereas the math on this, if I'd made it to the pattern specifications, implied I would need just over 3. And that makes sense because I added a good 5 inches to the length of it. So anyway, in case people were wondering how much of this was left. And I could probably make something out of this. I just haven't decided what yet. I have a bag over there of all the leftovers from projects, like little balls and big balls and things.
They might become minion bags. Oh!
Ooh.
So, at the shop, we might have to put those online, just like minion bags.
Random minion bags.
Random minion bags of mystery.
Minion bags of mystery. Maybe we'll use some leftovers. Maybe we'll chunk up something else in the shop here. I don't know.
We have they're modeled after the little grab bags at the store that you find for little kids, where they just chuck a bunch of leftover stuff in there and like for whatever.
When we were doing them in the shop, and again, minion bags because Liz was making them, and she still will be. Ha. They were what, 25 gram balls and 5 of them?
There's 5 25 gram balls, so 125 grams of yarn for $10.
Mm-hmm. And you know, like we would divide this in half, or we would chuck this in and only put a few other things with it. I don't know.
Contrary to popular belief, I do try and coordinate weights and fibers, and some of them didn't, but
it was only when people said, "So you're gonna do that?" That you're like, "No, I'm gonna put them out and just chuck." Yeah, it's like when you wear your hair down.
Yeah,
it's like if someone says, "Oh, it looks nice," up goes up.
The joke was that I just put the bags out on the floor and started chucking yarn at them, and some people kind of freaked out. But I do try and make sure there's There are some bags that had like 5 different things of Lorna's laces in them, like 5 different colors
for $10. I mean, come on. I mean, and you're getting over 1 regular skein of yarn because that's 100 grams. You're getting 125 grams. 25 grams. Math. Brain. For $10, and it could be really random stuff, but it is it could be really nice stuff that you'd be paying $30-$40 for if you were getting straight up.
Yeah. It's a great little yarn tasting. It's know, like ooh. Some of them it's true that some of them you get you're playing
Russian
roulette because some of them have encore in them, but most of them have really. It's whatever we've played with at the shop.
It's like leftovers from samples or other things, things we've ripped out, things that you... anyway. And then people are like, what do I make with this?
There's lots of scrappy projects on Ravelry.
And you don't have to use them together.
Yeah.
You can use them as add-ons to, like the little edging I put on the Papillon that I've hopefully taken home to block.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that could be fun. Let us know in the comments. Or to contact us if you would like those to pop up on the shop, and we will get to work on that. Anyway, I'm looking. We can kind of see time. We're coming up on half an hour. We gabbed for a little bit.
Yeah, squirrel.
I got distracted for a little bit, and yeah, I think I have to here's the problem. I think I have to not look at the screen when we're filming, but I need to look at the screen when we're filming to make sure that things are in the screen, so you could see stuff, and it's just gonna make my brain twitch. Maybe it'll make my brain stronger and smarter to adapt to this. It's reminding me of...
We're tired.
Yeah, well. It's reminding me... I used to play the Luminosity brain games back when that was really popular. And one of them, which was supposed to make your brain smarter, was these little penguins going through a maze. And then as the penguins are going through the maze, the direction would shift... of instead of your right and your left being correct, they would suddenly become left and right, and you had to still navigate the little penguins through the maze. And sometimes it wouldn't be like a flip, it would just be one turn. So when you went up, it would go left, and And oh my gosh, my brain hurts so much doing that. Frustration. I can write backwards and upside down and do things like that, but when it's like actually navigating directions, when things look backwards, nope.
I wonder if Bernie's played that game. He has
luminosity. Does he have luminosity?
Yeah.
It was penguins going through a maze on the ice, and you had to like go boop and boop. You had to and it was just, and there was a timer involved. That's when I'm like, oh poop, when there's timers involved and time is winding down, and I think you were racing against the computer too. There were all kinds of levels of craziness with that. Anyway, now I have this. Now I don't need to play games because I have to navigate this.
Yarn and directions and sticks and.
Okay, well, it's time for us to start our day, and I have to get to my to-do list, and some of those are people who emailed us yesterday, and some of those are people who bought stuff from us online yesterday. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you to everyone who might try to contact us today about awesomeness, and with the weekend, maybe I'll actually make some progress on some knitting. Or not, I don't know. Check in next week to see what happened. Yeah, we miss you guys. We love you. We miss you. We hope that you will contact us and let us know how you are and how you're doing. And yeah.
Come to virtual knit night tomorrow night.
Yes, because it's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
I can't keep track of what day it is. Tomorrow night there will be virtual sit and stitch once again. Yay! I am doing. That reminds me of an email I need to send. I'm also doing a Papillon shawl class on Saturday. There might be one more space in that. If someone's interested, contact the shop. Yeah. I think we can wrap it up, maybe?
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to y'all all day. You know I would. You know I really would. But, life.
Stay tuned for more adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
This is not the pandemic I was promised.
No.
But, yes. Stay tuned. We love you.
Bye.
Bye. Here, let's go. Let's go out on a maybe high note.